Hey, it is Friday, December 5th, and we have just come out of the full moon in Gemini, or coming out of the full moon in Gemini. For those that watch some of the other videos, you know that does not mean it's the end of anything. There is a lot going on, astrologically speaking. And for those that have strong Gemini placement, you will probably feel the impacts, the effects for a minute. Meaning a couple weeks to months, even depending on where Gemini falls in your chart, what house, etc. I am not an astrologer. I'm not going to pretend like I know what I'm talking about. But if you're feeling like you're still in it, start looking at where Gemini is in your chart, your birth chart, your natal chart, however you want to say it. And if you don't know what any of that means, there are lots of astrology readers on YouTube that can help explain that. There's also some really good sites. I mean, do your research, like not what's most popular. There's some apps out there. I have found apps can be really easy to read, but not necessarily accurate. And a lot of people like to go with what's easy to read, as we know in today's world, versus what's actually accurate. You need to learn how you, as in us all, humanity, filter through reliable sources. Because what immediately comes up in your search engine, it does not mean that it's accurate. Some people would say, well, I mean, we're talking about birth charts. And if you're on this channel and you're listening to a tarot reading, and or you're on any other channel listening to a tarot reading or an astrology reading, then you should probably believe a little bit more in the accuracy of such things. No judgment. Just saying, it'd be helpful. But anyway, for those that have Gemini in their chart, and especially strong Gemini, and or if you are a Gemini sun, moon, rising, you will feel the impacts of that full moon for a minute. You really will. I have Gemini somewhere in my chart. I think it's like in one house, and I can't remember. And up until today, I was actually really energized. I don't know if the solar flare hit or not. I didn't do any of my research prior to starting this. But now I'm like tired. Like I'm drained. I mean, I did several errands today and the 9-to-5 gig and stuff like that, but so that could be part of it. But I mean, I'm actually like tired. Like I just want to lay down. That being said, I did not want to just go lay down and binge watch something and nosh on something without doing a reading, because I also felt like, yeah, we need something post full moon as well as pre-weekend. I know that there's going to be a new moon as we hop into the solstice. There's some things going on the 19th, 20th, 21st. And I think I did say that in the other video, that I thought the 21st is the solstice. It is for us, I believe. Us as in the United States. But the 19th is a new moon, if I'm not mistaken. And I want to say it's in Sag. I can't remember. Fiery passion can be quick to charge. That can have, for lack of better words, positive and or negative impacts on you, again, depending on where Sag is. And new moon is usually the start, full moon is usually the closing, hence the name's kind of, well, new moon name anyway. But there's a lot of things that you can get really motivated around those times, and depending on where the other side, like Gemini, is in your chart, it may conflict and or boost this new moon energy that comes up. It's December 5th. Why is she talking about something in 14 days? Well, because this is how these things can pull at you. The moon especially. So, high level, I think we know now, I think most scientists agree, the ocean is not actually moving. There is a push and pull, and it's not gravity that's pulling per se, but it's the gravity of, I think I'm saying this right, I'm not a scientist either, but the moon and the earth, and this gravity between those two, it is causing the water to do like this. So it's not like a goes in and out, you know, or back this way and this way. It's a, but whatever. I'm not saying it right. I know I'm not. Go look it up. Anyway, if it's doing that, if the gravity between the two is doing that to this massive, heavy, dense body of water, right? Dense, that'd be the right word, yeah. Then imagine what it's doing to something as little as the water in your body. You think this isn't going to have an impact? You think the pull and the push of the water in your body is not going to impact how the blood cells are then activated and or pulling and pushing, and you think that's not going to have an impact on the gravity within your own little bitty body in comparison to this big old planet? You think that, because I've heard people make jokes about this stuff, you know, that then is not going to impact the way that the hormones are released and absorbed. Think neurotransmitters and receptors. For those that are like, what in the hell is she talking about? Google it. I don't know why I'm doing this, but or use whatever search engine you want. I don't care which one. But the reason I bring this up is because if you're going to educate yourself on such things, I feel like I am talking to a specific person and or a group of people. If you're going to educate yourself on such things, this tarot readings are not for fortune telling, like, oh, this is what's going to happen in 7 days. I hope and pray that you don't use anything that's shared in any reading like that. That's not what this is about. It is about, here's where the current energies are, which are fueled, for lack of a better word, by the things that are going on in the universe. Spiritually, energetically, it's all relative. It all links together, to me, in my opinion. And so if you're going to educate yourself on these things and you're going to go to readings, I want you to use them as the tools that they are, because it's a tool in your toolbox, and you should have many tools, not just the one. And I want you to look at these readings as, okay, here's where it is. Here's the most likely outcome. And if you like it, okay, then this is the direction that I keep walking. And if you don't, if you're like, I don't want that to happen, or I don't know about this, how comfortable I am, then look at the energy and work with the energy to move you in a different direction. All paths will eventually lead to one, but how you continue on that path, that is up to you. This is where you do have your free will. This is where you can work with the universe, your God, Goddess, your guides. And I want you to do that from a place of heart center. I should feel like I should have changed the name of the channel to Heart Center or something, but I do. I want you to see how much power you have. You are a co-author, a co-narrator of your life. You have choices. It doesn't mean that you're not going to feel pain or hurt or anxiety or any other emotion that you might give a negative connotation. It doesn't mean that you're not going to feel that. It doesn't mean you're not even going to cause that. But so long as you're doing it from Heart Center, so long as you're walking from that space and you're working with your guides in the universe and your God, then you will find that it ends up being easier for you and those that may be intertwined with you. You'll find that you're a lot stronger than you think you are, and you'll find that you can continue to move forward in your journey. And I think you'll find more satisfaction in that. I don't know who that's for, but whatever. So here we go again. It's almost 10 minutes, and I'm just like, blah, 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 blah. But it was necessary, I feel like. So tonight, technically, I think I want to start instead of just saying, hey guides, what's up? I want to start with an oracle. And I want to ask guidance based on the message that we receive from the oracle. Just post moon, full moon. I think this is what we need for the collective. We'll see what happens. I'm not saying I'm going to do this I'm not even saying I'll do this ever again, actually. I just feel called. So Goddess, God's universe, thank you for everything that you do. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for protecting us, putting your hands and arms around us and keeping us in your embrace. Thank you for also being quiet when we need to hear and do the things on our own. Thank you for providing the assistance along the way, whether it be through person, place, or thing. Pick a noun. Goddess, God's universe, my guides, we appreciate you. For the good one to the ill of none, we ask that you please give us a message, something that we can explore a little bit deeper for whoever this message is for, that they might receive it with clarity and use it. And if you can, please share the message through the cards, by extension through me. We can do one card at a time. I'd like to use these cards to get maybe the umbrella of the message, and then we can get into the details with the tarot. What messages do you have for whoever is needing this message? Here we go. Heartfire. That's number 1 that came out last night. Is there anything? I'm just going to make sure. Is there anything else? Whoa. Eruption of light. I feel like those might go together. See what happens. So for those that did not watch yesterday's video, this will be a new message for you. For those that did, there might be something in this message that you needed to hear again. Could be very real. And I'll try to not speed through it. And it could be because you didn't make it to the end of yesterday's video. Passion is igniting within you. It is not a time when things will remain still, even if the change is only sensed as a subtle stirring underneath the surface of things. Even if slow at first, passion will unfold from within your heart, soon to be burning bright like a sun unrestrained. You are learning how to ride waves of passion through eruptions of heat and descent into coolness, bearing the absence of fire, only to realize it is returning to you again. Ride its waves, knowing that passionate bliss will always return to a heart that is on fire with love for life. The coolness allows us to experience the heat. Once you realize that the fire emerging from within you will ebb and flow, you will trust in its presence. You will realize that whether your passionate fire is obvious, drawing you into life, or dwelling quietly within, gaining power from the deepest sources of your being, soon to rise once more, it is a constant in your heart. Accept the fire of your heart and know that this is how you are meant to be, on fire with love for all that is. This oracle brings a message for you. Trust the passion and the fire of your heart to guide your decisions now. What would make you feel most alive? Choose that. If you are feeling a lack of genuine passion in your life, take comfort that it is awakening in your own heart now, bringing something that has been long in rest back to life. Life unfolds in wondrous ways, and time together fills the days with unexpected gifts beyond our wildest dreams, like open hearts as feelings start to face the longing when we part. Our souls know this is more than what it seems. In gratitude, I offer prayer with thanks for this love so rare, asking guidance on the sweet sojourn. I really hope I'm saying that word right. The answers come in tears that flow, emotions raw, and smiles that show. Becoming one is worth the wait until I can return. I don't know who that's for, but I love it. It makes me so happy. Felt that last night. Sorry, I just saw the poem. Okay. The light is not great. Sorry. Eruption of light. Your every prayer is a power-packed eruption of light beamed into the divine presence. Some pray with fear or doubt as though the prayer is not doing much at all. Yet you understand that prayer is powerful, that it is divine action set in motion. Your power of divine prayer emerges from your heart and out through your throat, whether you speak or sing your prayer silently within your own mind or aloud for all the world to hear. Let your prayers be vocalized as feeling expressed to the divine in words or song, if you choose. You have the power to heal at your fingertips and vocal cords. Through your voice, you can heal. Let your hands be joined in prayer position at your heart and your mouth open to let the breath of your spirit move through your throat, creating sound. As you speak it, so shall it be. This oracle holds a message for you. Your words have more power than you may realize, and you have a special ability to heal with words, to bring light where it is needed, and to uplift through simple kindness spoken. You also have a message to bring. It might be an urge to write or speak on topics that are close to your heart. You may also simply have the need at a soul level to share from the heart with others when you are engaged in conversations. The oracle says your voice is part of your power. Do use it. Life begins with love. To complete itself again, symmetry is born. And it's an 11. 1 and 11. Oh my God, I'm so dumb. 1 and 11. It takes me a minute sometimes. Listen. I'm putting these here actually. Into the side. Because we may need to reference that again. Passion, voice. Wands, swords. Some cups. I think we're going to use the lovey-dovey cards as the foundation. My lovey-dovey card. The arcanums. Let me talk about this voice thing for a minute. Hold on, because where it says like your voice has... Okay, sorry. Wait, pause. Because I kind of preach this, for lack of a better word. I've been saying lack of a better word a lot today. To other people. Okay, pro tip. And I may have said this before, for those that have been listening. Be careful the stories you tell yourself, for those are the ones that you believe the most. Okay? In my college days, that's something I came up with in one of my classes, okay? Be careful the stories you tell yourself, for those are the ones you believe the most. What you repeat to yourself over and over and over again, you believe it, right? And if you believe it, then you will act and walk accordingly based on that belief, whatever it is. When you sing and you are putting your heart and soul into it, even just to play around, you are speaking. You are telling a story. When you are talking to someone, even if it's just a complaint, but you are putting your passion, your exhaustion. Exhaustion is passion too, because you feel it on a soul level. You are speaking. You're putting power into those words. You are putting energy from the inside. You are manifesting it to the out. You are putting energy into the atmosphere. You are adding to it. You're already burning. There's, I don't know what you call them, but like infrared scans or whatever. Like heat, thermal heat. I don't know what you call them. Anyway, you can see this happening. The energy that's coming from the core and out. And you can see energy coming off the person. You can put two people together and you can see where this energy intermingles and comes. You're sharing it. Okay. So when you speak, you're not only then this energy that's already doing that, you are literally bringing it from the inside of your body out into the oxygen, into the air, beyond this little bit of space that you can share. And some people, I mean, they've seen it on scans like feet between them, depending on how much they radiate. Okay. And we all radiate. Again, this is science. This isn't even about the spiritual, but for those that are spiritual, take the science and then apply it, okay? So when you are speaking, when you are singing, when you are telling the story, put the energy of what you really want and believe, like really believe. And if you find that you're not believing something that's so positive or so good for you or whatever, or good for anybody else, that's the work that you need to do. That's where you apply these tools. That's when you sit there and sit back and say, okay, how can I work on this today? How can I, because you may want something different, but not believe it. So how can I get to the belief, to the core of myself, to produce what it is that I actually want, so that I am walking, moving, talking in alignment with this? Get it? And you may not get the thing that you want the way that it looks. Remember that too. It may end up looking differently. That's fine. Cherry. That's fine. It'll be absolutely what you need, and it'll be based on the belief. So if you find that you are not attracting, and I mean, these are all like, I don't know, like those catchphrases and words and stuff. And I mean, sometimes it gets on my nerves, so that's why I'm kind of like, ugh. But it's still no less true. For the job, and we're going to get into it. I hope whoever was just wanting the cards fast forwarded. For the job, you got to walk like it, talk like it, be like it. You know, you heard when we were younger, parents, or for those that are younger, you shouldn't be under 18 if you're watching this, but, you know, when we were younger, and parents are like, you know, you got to, or you heard other people, you got to dress for the job you want, you know, be careful who you hang around because, you know, that's how people will perceive you. That's who you will become, right? Like, and if you are hanging around the people that you want to, like, I love these people. These are amazing people. These are great examples. They're walking a path that I absolutely want. Great. If you have a job to where, you know, wearing t-shirt and jeans and or sweatshirts or whatever is like, yes, do that. That's what you're going to attract. You will attract it because you are moving and walking and talking. You are shaping your life to be in alignment with that. If you don't want those things or you don't want those people, pick the noun, right? I don't care. Pick the noun. If you don't want it, then you got to walk and talk and move differently. Facts. All right. Again, I don't know who that was for, but you're welcome. So, the universe knows what we need. Passion, heart fire, eruption of light. Passion and words. Healing from heart center. Healing from heart center. So I will be curious to see if we get 3 of Swords. Ace of Cups again. Let's see what happens. I feel like maybe Temperance. There's definitely some alchemy here. Head and heart. Heart over head, which is the message that came over last night. This is a balance between the two, and I do think that strength, let's see, maybe the Sun, but I feel like something, and maybe more Hermit energy. Definitely some leading from the heart, going within to do so. For those that have been following the astrology stuff and have gone to look at the other readers and astrologers that I follow or subscribe to on this channel, there is this period of purification, incubation, as I've dubbed it. So there's some cleaning out in order to allow what is being gifted to you to receive it. Okay, cleaning out in order to receive. And that includes, and maybe only, the inner self, yourself. Okay, what messages do we have? One card at a time. Diving deeper into the heart fire and eruption of light, passion and healing with voice. Coming out of the full moon in Gemini. What messages do we have for whoever needs to receive them? Where are we at right now? Well, 4 of Swords is some healing. And this one, 7 of Swords. And the 7, I feel like that's more accurate. Because the 4 are in this arm, the 1, and I was holding that one as that one fell out, so that would have been the first. So we're going to go with that. 4 of Swords. The light's not working with us tonight. Not very well. Let me see if I can adjust this. Maybe? Is that better? A little bit? 4 of Swords. 7 of Swords. There's a stillness and then action. And these are swords, which is air. This is about the mind. And then there's transformation. Death card. Scorpio. But you know what's funny about this is that this death card has this big sword, but Scorpio is water, not air. So this, in a sense, could also be an ace. Let's see. A new beginning. But that can also be the action for the transformation, purification, incubation. What I say, Ace of Swords. Cannot make this shit up. Truth. Purification, incubation. Going within, the rest before the action for the transformation. It is a completely brand new life. Yes. What I say, passion and air, swords. There's the wands. 2 aces, brand new life. Here's the King of Wands again. I think just about every reading. There is some major transformation coming. Whether transforming into this King of Wands and or this is just the journey for the King of Wands. It's a masculine. You can be it doesn't matter the gender. It's just where you're falling in the energy. Yourself or whoever you're dealing with. That's, I think, I'm not taking it. I didn't see it. I'm not taking it because if it needs to come back out, please let it come back out, guys. Please let it come back out. What about this King of Wands? Total transformation, new wave. And I said Ace of Cups. Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups. The only one we're missing is the Ace of Pentacles. This is brand new. The truth, the passion, the love, heart center, complete transformation. And it almost feels like these are the stages. Inner work, the action to move. The inner work had to be done in order to move. The inner work had to be done in order to move for a total transformation. This is a truth that was already known. You see these 4, so that means that there was already a 1, there was already a 2, there was already a 3. So to start here, it's a truth that was already known, but has been fully accepted and realized. The truth in the transformation, the passion that's there, the fire, the motivation. It was the motivation for the brand new opportunity. Big love again. And there's, I said, Ace of Pentacles is the one we're missing. There's the King of Pentacles. To bring it into the 3D, to bring it into, so from inner passion, that fire, that burning sensation, that need, that into the tangible 3D world. Big, 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 big. The work being done. This is 8. 8 of Pentacles. There's still some work. The perfection, trying to achieve a state of perfection. I think that realization is, yeah. That it cannot be such a thing. 8 of Swords. 8 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords. Last night, 8 came out strong too. We'll clarify that 8, because I think that's just, like, yeah, I know it can't be perfect. Like, I really want it to be, but I know that it can't. And there's the Magician. But I can make it happen no matter what. There's all the elements. All the elements. And there's the Moon. It wanted to come out. It was on the bottom. There it is. Earth. Also deep emotion. This Ace of Cups. Swimming in the deep. For some, this woman was the start, trusting in it. This is a card. Some people say it's a card of blockage, but you see that is absolute trust right there. Eyes covered, swords ready, aligned with the moon. No matter who's around, ready. In the water. In the deep. Can you see that? The moon that is also lighting the path. The lit path. Again, purification, incubation. Big theme. Healing. That's way too many. Way too many. Healing, healing, healing. Motivation into the 3D. For somebody, you're worried about what you've been manifesting will not come to light, but this is telling you to trust. This is telling you to trust. Is that it? Telling you to trust? Empress and Two of Cups. Telling you to trust. More water. I mean, the Empress is and the Emperor, they have all the elements as well. Queen of Queens, King of Kings, Two of Cups. This is water being... This is a flow of back and forth. This is the minor for the lovers, but this is the back and forth flow of the emotions, of the feelings. This is being open to each other. Another full moon right there. Full moon right here. That's too many. Thank you. A leveling up, I heard. That came out the other day. Told you the Strength card. So there's a little conflict here, but I think this is passion. I think this is a passionate tug of war. I mean, it is the Wands. And the reason I say that is because the Strength card, and this is like, hold on tight. This is courage, but this is also trust and faith. It's a big lion that she's just sitting there with. The inner voice also is strength. So again, with this eruption of light card, this tug of war, passionate tug of war. Reminder. I heard reminder. Lest you, what is it? Lest you never forget, least you never forget. The Hermit. This is the inner voice. Trusting. Letting the heart center guide you. That path, again, is illuminated. There's no confusion here. You're not in the shadows. You're on the path. You've always been on the path. Be careful the stories you tell yourself, for those are the ones you believe the most. You will move, you will walk, you will move, you will talk accordingly. Any of the minor squabbles, this is the closure of that for someone. Well, yeah, it's exhausting. I said exhausting, 9 of Wands. That's came out to me. If it wants to come back out. 10 of Pentacles was flipped up though. And I said the 8. Did I say that? This is like the Ace, but anyway. So 10 of Pentacles. This is achievement. I said leveling up. This is achievement. Again, into the 3D. Anything else on the storyline before we clarify? Yep. Oh, okay. I don't do reversals. The 3 of Swords, which I said I felt like was coming out. And it's upside down, which is like swords coming out. So whatever wounds that were made, the swords are released from that. But even here, Three of Wands to the Three of Swords. Again, this is healing energy. So you have the action, Knight of Wands. I'm going to put this here. The Emperor, your divine feminine, divine masculine pair here. Everything that was needed. You see the heartbreak. You're going forward anyway. You see the heartbreak. There's a path that you cannot. There's a path that you cannot escape. Yeah, and there it is. That's how you master it. And I said this, I don't know if I said it last night or, oh God, I don't know what reading it was in, but it came out strong. My chair is making noises. You know what? All right. Somebody had a realization, an aha moment that the only way out is through. But the pain is what allowed you to be open. The pain is what allowed you to receive, major love for self, for someone else. Again, whatever story, it's your story, but you wouldn't know the love if not for the pain. It sounds a little cliche, right? But it's true. You wouldn't know the love if not for the pain, and you had to go through some major transformation to understand that. That is some major healing. The Three of Swords to the King of Cups, not a cup, not a four, not an ace, but to the king. That's full on I have done some work. I have healed. From the Emperor to the Three of Wands, you saw it and you rose above it. And I want to get anything else. I just want to make sure. Yeah, that's beautiful. That's it. Okay. Major transformation. The incubation, purification, incubation to the action. Time to go. You had a moment. Meditate, heal, let it marinate a little bit on the inside, and then boom, you got to go in order for this transformation to fully realize and actualize. And this is, I feel like, in progress here. The new beginning, the new sitting in your truth, sitting in your passion from Heart Center. You are this King of Wands. This is the big love that you're bringing into the 3D. Have done the work, and yeah, it's scary, but you know that you have everything that you need to manifest this, for it to be you're on the path. The path was illuminated a long time ago. You have helped create this path. Trusting in the universe, leveling up for the Empress and or for the Empress, you are trusting. You are being divinely guided. This is the Two of Cups. This is a pair. This is a divine pair, ordained. Could be heavy earth also. Heavy earth, air. There is some fire here, obviously. Yes, so the Strength card, the Hermit card. And again, fighting for what you know is true. But I think this World card is bringing this fully into the Ten of Pentacles, again, fully into the 3D. I just keep hearing into the 3D, into the 3D. So whatever was internal, whatever might have been I don't mean it to be how it sounds, but whatever was fantasy, you're bringing it into reality. So ideal, which is the key to be this idealist during the full moon, so you focus out there so to make it through any of this shadow work or shadows that could be deceiving you. While you're on your path, focus out there. And as you get closer to that point and you realize that you kind of made it through the dark forest or are making it through the dark forest, that is when you start bringing all the things that you need into the 3D, so that way you can be exactly where it was that you wanted to be anyway. Talk like it, walk like it, be like it. The healing work that's gone in, there's a lot about the talking about it. Your words are making it real. And you are then moving accordingly. Your words are making it real and you're moving accordingly. This Three of Swords is mind, also verbal, right? So it can be painful, but that is how you have become the King of Cups, this Emperor who is King of all kings. You have the Wands, you have the Pentacles, you have the Cups. I mean, you could almost say you have the swords because the death, well, King of Swords does not trump that card. But this is movement, always, always movement, always movement. Acceptance and love. So I want to, I really don't feel like we need any clarifiers, honestly. But is there anything else that this masculine energy might need to know? And I feel like that's where we're at for this first row, for this King of Wands, about this Ace of Swords and Ace of Wands, this transformation, moving into the transformation, in the transformation. Perhaps you've just transformed and you're now in this truth. Is there anything that this masculine, anything else? I'm looking at this Death card into the Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands. Anything else that's needed here? Anything else? What is that? Sorry. 2 cards on. I almost feel like I have to take it. I'm not. If they need to come out, they'll come out. They will. We've seen that. That's how the universe and energy works. If it needs to come out, it will. Nope. You know what I didn't do? I didn't put on more oil before starting. I just realized that. Okay, hi. 7 of Cups. Death, Ace, Ace. You chose? You chose truth, passion. I do think someone definitely chose truth. The 5 of Cups, we keep getting this for this clarifying every single time, which is the morning. So from the 7 of Cups to the 5 of Cups to the 3 of Pentacles, the work again, to the High Priestess. You chose the truth. Your truth. Anything else, Miss King of Wands? Whoa. An upside down card. It's so weird. Judgment. Oh, I'm not supposed to show it. I do that every time too. Judgment came out like the last, well, I think every. This is the new life. And I just keep hearing it over and over. There's that one card where it's like literally calling out of the dark, scary cave. You're being called into the light. Your truth, the truth. Yep, and that's what came out earlier. I was like, we'll see if it comes back out. So confirmation, Ace of Cups, Ace of Cups. This is your reasoning. That's your purpose. So this Ace of Cups to the King of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords. So let's look at 8 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords. Bringing it into the 3D, the work that's being done, paranoid, stuck, feeling like you're stuck even though you're not. There's nothing that's actually chaining you there. And then manifesting into these family systems, family cycles is what I heard. And what's the actualization here with the Magician? Okay. King of Pentacles. What's the actualization here with the Magician into the Moon? The actualization. Manifesting. All the tools necessary. Went within and realized this. The trust, the trust, the trust. Is that what this is about? Went within and realized this. 6 of Cups. I want to hear, I think. Yeah. And moving accordingly. Yes, confirmation. This is also Ace, Ace. All right, the Five of Wands, Strength, and the Hermit, and the World. The fight. The continued fight. The continued fight. Oh, so I was going to say, I know I said it yesterday or the other day, whatever, like, you know, like, remember what you're fighting for. So I was going to say that. And I feel like there is a little element of that. Whatever the remember what you're fighting for, whatever the 4 is. Hello. Yes, truth. There's the Ace of Swords. It is your truth. And that's exactly what you've been working for. That's the work that you've been doing, the internal work to the external and bringing in the 3D. It's your truth, and you're walking in that truth. You're talking in that truth. And is that truth? Yes, that brings the endings and beginnings. Endings and beginnings. And this is absolutely endings and beginnings. I think, if anything, you have kind of gone past the ending, the death card, the transformation, and you are in the beginnings. You are in the beginnings of your new life. You are bringing your new life into the 3D. You have work here. You have love here. You have mind, body, soul, is what I heard. Mind, body, soul. And it's 9 of Pentacles. It's what brings you the fulfillment. So this 3 of Wands, 3 of Swords to the King of Cups. And so this is how you become the master, walking from heart center, the master of emotions, walking from heart center. Anything else? I think we're good. Anything else in this message? There he is. Yep. Master. All right. Now, guys, universe, what is the most likely outcome for whoever's watching this to walk towards or use as a tool to walk and talk and move accordingly? What is the most likely outcome? I think I know. What is the most likely outcome here? To walk and talk and move accordingly. If you want it, or if you don't. What's the most likely outcome here? Oh, 9 of Cups again. Moving in love. What's the most likely outcome here? Moving in love. Offering love. Doing it for love, I heard. This is a Knight. And there he is, King of Cups. What's a Meatloaf song? Meatloaf, musician, not food. I would do anything for love. I would do anything for love, but I won't do that. And then I heard, yeah, no, I will. Yeah, no, I will. See, I don't even think, I think somebody didn't even realize that how much they would do for love. Oh, that's a realization like none other, isn't it? Talk about transformative experience. Wow. Heart, fire, eruption of light. I didn't even realize what I would do. And you don't until you find it. You don't until you know it. I mean, truly. And I just had this conversation the other day. You don't even know what it is until you know what it is. Try explaining love to someone who's never felt like being in love. Try explaining being in love to someone who's never been in a relationship. Try explaining being in love to someone who's never known, has never felt like they've been in love. Try explaining it. World on fire. Oh, or heart fire. World on fire. Once you know it, you can't unknow it. Yeah, that's for someone. Once you know it, you can't unknow it. Once you felt it, you can't unfeel it. Once you've held it, oh, you don't ever want to let it go. And there's not, for most people, you'll do just about anything. Yep. Just about it. That's the work. to make it happen, to make it work. Whoa. Way too much. Most likely outcome, anything else? Anything else? Most likely outcome? It's been another long message. I said I wasn't going to do it tonight. And yet I did. Yeah. Moving into a state. The options. The movement. The choice. The movement. The action. The rest that comes with it. And there's a sense of peace here. It's definitely peace. A sense of peace here. And I heard, oh, God's universe, tell me if that's right. I heard timing. It's also about the timing. No? The most likely outcome here. Victory. The peace that comes. The peace that comes with success. Yeah. The peace that comes with success. And the measure of success. Oh, I can't show that crap. Oh, I said timing. See, damn it. I'm telling you, this is Capricorn because I said I feel like this is about timing too. This is end of December, early January. I'm not wrong. I'm telling you, the universe and I will fight. I am telling you. I've been saying this for like a month before I started these recordings. Yeah, I'm being serious. Like the readings that I've done personally. This is a timing card. It is action and timing, and they coincide, and that's why I kept getting so damn confused. I'm right. Lovers, I knew what I was talking about. I'm telling you. I love it. I'm sorry. I'm putting it there because I can't show it. Not fully. Crap. That's the most likely outcome. This victory. This victory in this movement, the way that it's being done is... Well, it may not feel the best, but you see this guy or girl, whoever, this person is moving forward in the direction, heart center, always from heart center, always from heart center. That is the overall message. I'm saying it, I'm speaking it, and so yes, the energy is working with me. I truly believe I'm not speaking something into existence in this instant. I believe that the energy is working through me, and that's why I keep harping on this message for whoever needs it. Heart center is necessary, okay? I am very passionate about this, obviously. But that's your victory. That's your timing. You know what you're doing this for. You know, you chose this. It was the transformation. I said it was already in process. You're past the endings. This is the new beginnings now. This is walking into the new beginning. This is walking into the new beginning. That path is lit. And I said you chose that path. I've been saying that for like, I don't know, since I started this singing channel. Anything else? Yeah. 8 of Cups to the Tower. I mean, you know, burn it. What did I say? You'll burn it all to... I'm putting it back just in case. Because you chose the path. I can't. I'm repeating the same thing. All right, I'm done. It's a long reading. Heart center. You found the passion has returned. It never left. The ebb and flow, as the heart fire talked about, but it was always with you. You just had to allow it to breathe again. That's what happens with fire. The oxygen hits and it breathes. And I apologize for anybody. I feel like I need to say this for anyone that's triggering. Please remember I'm talking about heart and passion, not literal. Okay, but this heart on fire. This heart on fire can only be actualized through the words that come from your soul. It's the words that come from your heart. It is your heart center. That is the truth. That is the truth that you have been sitting in. Oh, Yeah, sorry. I'm just looking at something. Okay. I think whoever this message was for, you got it. You get what I'm saying. I think it's unclear as I feel like I am. I think it's pretty clear. You don't realize what you do for love until it's time to do something. You don't realize what you'll do for love until it's time. Until it's time. And it is so magical. It is so magical. It is so magical. It's like you can't not have it. You won't. For somebody, I just heard that. I won't. I will not. I will not have it. And maybe that's caused a little conflict within you to realize that realization of just who it is you are now versus who you were. Who you are now versus who you were. If not for the pain, you wouldn't even know this love. If not for the pain, you wouldn't even know this love. And that's it. I'm not going to make you watch me put up the cards. I think I'm done. Have a good night.